Okay, so the plan is to cycle the whole Osoyoos subdivision, or South Spur of the KVR. That's from Penticton through Okanagan Falls and Oliver, ending in Osoyoos. The catch is, I don't want a detour if at all possible, which inevitably means a few adventures and a bit of suffering.
There's not much to see here, but this site just outside of Penticton is where the trains used to change to the different lines. And that way's Princeton. Penticton Station is over a bridge that doesn't exist anymore that way. And that away is Osoyoos, where I'm heading now. This is kilometer 0.
Not even 5 minutes into my journey, there was a pretty substantial creek to cross.
Here we go.
Just before reaching Green Lake Road, I came across this outdoor exhibit. One shocking tidbit that I couldn't help but notice was that at this location on reserve land, trains used to stop and pick up children for transportation to residential schools in places like Kamloops, Cranbrook, or even further away. The trail's in pretty good condition here west of the Penticton Airport and just keeps getting better all the way to Okanagan Falls. Several people I've passed already have mentioned there's been bears in the area today, so I'm making a lot of noise. Just after this RV park is one of the nicest and most popular sections of the trail in this area.
Weather's pretty bad.
This section of the trail, along the northwestern side of Skaha Lake, is very well maintained and probably the most scenic and pleasant of the entire route. As we reach the midpoint of Skaha Lake, the trail gets a little too urban for my liking, but there is one place at least that's worth a stop. These are the ruins of an old hotel in Caledon. Such a picturesque landmark. And the camera? This bridge makes for a welcome entrance into Okanagan Falls.
hold on a minute here. There's one more thing of interest.
That might have been from a couple years ago. It is freezing today.
As we enter Okanagan Falls, this is about to get complicated.
It is mostly possible to ride the old KVR trail all the way through Okanagan Falls.
So I'm just having a minor panic attack. As I was crossing the river there, I looked to my left, and I'm not kidding, there was the biggest brown bear like a stone's throw from me. And we both looked at each other's eyes and then just split. He's right in the bushes there, I'm not kidding. Hey boy. The original KVR trail flies across this canal, if there was a canal back then. But there's no bridge now and I can't swim with my bike. So I think I'm gonna have to go down this side for a while.
Heading south down the canal here was a terrible idea and caused lots of off-camera suffering and delays.
I am such an idiot. I just spent almost 2 hours going all the way down the canal this way, then all the way down the highway, back to Okanagan Falls, then all the way down this side, and I didn't even realize there is a tiny little way to get through this fence and then a bridge across.
Finally crossing this canal and getting back on track, the KVR next goes through this foresty section and not long afterward blasts through this area of rock, leaving interesting walls on either side. There's also an alternate route here. If you follow the canal, it's also very pleasant and meets up just at the north end of Osoyoos Lake. There is this little water section here to go across, which isn't too bad.
Osoyoos Lake, beautiful cliffs surrounding it.
This section along the west side of Osoyoos Lake is in great condition, but very infrequently traveled. The reason for this will become very obvious in just a moment.
Well, I knew this was coming. The south end of Osoyoos Lake. There is no getting around this. And I can swim across here, but I can already see the no trespassing sign and somebody's property right there, and that's not going to turn out well. No way! Well, there's the pilings of the old bridge. And the other side. The line continues across this private farmland. I'm gonna go reconnect on the other side.
The old line just keeps following this canal right underneath McIntyre Bluff.
All right, back on track.
Oh yeah, some private property now. Yeah, that just happened a few times.
From here to the end, most of the KVR has roads and farmland built over it. For interest's sake, I'll take the International Hike and Bike Trail, which either follows the KVR or parallels it a stone's throw away.
It's the International Hike and Bike Trail.
The Hike and Bike Trail follows both sides of a canal from 5 kilometers north of Oliver, continuing south to Osoyoos Lake. On the west side of the canal, the trail is paved for about half the distance. The east side starts out as rough single track, eventually becoming gravel as you enter Oliver. There are 15 or so bridges along the way, making it easy to try both sides. Finally entering Oliver, I'm taking a detour to a historic landmark, the Oliver Railway Station.
Now the visitor center.
This is gonna be cold, but seize the day.
The pavement eventually ends, and the hard-packed gravel continues on both sides of the canal to Osoyoos Lake. This section starts getting a lot more remote, and it's possible to detour to the Osoyoos Oxbows before heading into town. The old line wraps around the west side of Osoyoos Lake, and to follow it now, unfortunately, means some inevitable short stints on the highway. Continuing along the lakeside, KVR signs point in the direction of the old route. There are no remnants at all, however, of the original railway. These have long been buried under vineyards and residential streets. Well, except... Well, that's it. We're in beautiful downtown Osoyoos, and this is the old Osoyoos railway station that's been turned into the sailing club.